I booked a last-minute trip to Bali because I don't know how to live my life.
Thanks for driving, honey.
So after months of work trips, conventions, trade shows, all the fun corporate chaos, I somehow managed to rack enough airline points to get myself a ticket to the island of the gods. So I snagged a round-trip flight for around $50. $50 to escape responsibility? Sounds like a great deal to me. So the plan? It's pretty simple. Surf for a few days, get lost in the jungle like a 20-year-old girl trying to find herself, and then spend the last couple days in pure pain. Because why not? Years since I've done a real solo trip, and in Bali, there's this electricity in the air. I decided to start my trip in Uluwatu because it looked like the weather wouldn't be ideal. Uluwatu sits at the very southwestern tip of Bali. For most of its history, Uluwatu was practically unreachable, just steep cliffs, dense jungle, a sacred temple, and nothing else. Then everything changed in 1972. A surf film called Morning of the Earth showed a single shot of a perfect left-hander.
But it was images of 14-year-old Stephen Cooney at Uluwatu, perfect left on Bali, that made Indonesia ground zero for a new breed of tube-hungry wave hunters.
About the time that Spider went over there to film Jerry and Rory, Uluwatu was the wave that blew everyone's mind. Uluwatu opened the gates to Indonesia, which is now the premier wave zone. More perfect waves per square mile than anywhere else on Earth.
Surfers came first, then travelers, then cafes, yoga retreats. The whole modern spiritual ecosystem. So I decided to kick off my trip here, a place where slowing down might actually be possible. Uluwatu was supposed to be the plan. Relax for a few days, take it easy. I even booked at this nice loft. But plans don't mean much in Bali. I've been eyeing down the weather forecast for a couple weeks. What was supposed to be occasional afternoon showers was turning into 3 full days of thunderstorms. And without thinking about it too much, I pulled an audible. I went online, booked a $20 room in a village I barely even heard of. The storm looked like it was going to hammer the southern peninsula, but mostly missed the eastern side of the island. I left my surfboards behind, half my clothes, grabbed my camera, and booked a ride on Grab. That afternoon we set off, 3 hours north. time I checked in, I was pretty smoked, so just decided to settle in. I didn't know it yet, but the view outside my window was about to redefine the whole trip, and the real adventure was just about to begin. Good morning, guys. Got here a little late last night, so didn't have much time to film. But check out the spot. So, bathroom. But look at this view, though.
Hello.
Since we came into town when it was pitch black, I had no idea what the area even looked like. Felt like overnight I was transported into another planet. The pace of life is different on this part of the island. A lot slower, more pure. Cedarman sits in East Bali, a quiet valley tucked between rice terraces and the foothills of Mount Agung. For centuries, it's been known as a traditional weaving village and one of the island's last untouched landscapes. After roaming the fields in the morning light, it was time for our first real journey. There's a certain freedom you have when exploring this part of the world on two wheels. It's like every corner is a new stop. And just like that, we're back in the saddle. Just navigating the roads here is an adventure in itself. finally made it to my first real destination. I've been here before, but this time, the rain had turned the trail into a little river.
Got a fresh Crocs on.
Once at the waterfall and was bombarded by a bunch of European high schoolers. I knew it was time to get out of there, off to the next stop. The next waterfall was supposed to be a little quieter, greener, more secluded. Almost everywhere in Bali comes with a hike, and this one was no different. Going up's a lot harder. It's brutal. Almost there. Put this heavy backpack on. It's all good. Made it. Woke up pretty early this morning, around 4 a.m. That's what happens when you're in a different time zone. But yeah, yesterday kicked my butt. That scooter ride to the waterfalls, especially on the way back, Google Maps had me going through some sketchy back roads. When I got back, I was just way too tired to film anything. So today's plan is we're gonna drive around an hour north to a Kintamani region. So most of this trip, we're kind of just winging it, depending on the weather. So let's see what we can get into today.
Kintamani, but raining, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe raining, huh? Yeah. Oh, one more? Okay, 4. Bye-bye.
started to roll down this hill and something caught my eye in the distance. Once I got closer, it looked like some kind of farm. My scooter, this lady approached me, speaking in Balinese. She followed me through the entire farm. Then I could tell she was getting frustrated with me. To this day, I have no idea what she was saying. But I handed her 100,000 rupiah, and suddenly she loved me. Money really is the universal language. Right down the road from the farm, I noticed a bunch of people gathering. I put my drone up so I could get a better view. Right away, a man approached me and asked me to land it. I forgot. You can't fly drones near certain temples. Honest mistake. Okay, no more distractions. Let's get to our destination. As I was gaining elevation, I was actually getting pretty cold. Good thing I found a rain jacket under the seat of the scooter. It's crazy how each area has a completely different vibe. From jungle, villages, small towns, to huge trees you see in a forest. So much diversity in such a small area. Kintamani sits high in Bali's central highlands. Perched on the rim of an ancient volcanic basin formed thousands of years ago, the region is home to Mount Batur, one of Bali's most active volcanoes, and Lake Batur, a crater lake sacred to the Balinese. For centuries, Kintamani has been a farming and spiritual region, known for its cooler climate, volcanic soil, and panoramic views. For a second, I forgot I was in Indonesia. Felt like I was in Nepal. Guess this is my Everest base camp. I stopped at this cafe overlooking everything to grab a coffee and a snack. I watched a couple influencers get their photos and watched the clouds shift from white to gray and realized my window was closing fast. Before leaving the area, I figured I'd check out the lake real quick. So I hopped back on the scooter and started racing down before the storm washed me out on some sketchy back road. It wasn't the original plan, but honestly, nothing on this trip has been. by the time I made it back to Sudaman, that thunderstorm officially rolled in. After all the traveling, hiking, scootering, I figured I deserve a nice massage. Hidden in the valley was this insane spa. Yeah, a spa. That's one of the perks of being on this side of the world. Living like a king for a day. I grabbed one last dinner, packed my bags, and allowed myself to be lazy for the first time this trip. The perfect way to wind down before heading back to the coast.